That's what I was. And, you know, but because I meant that from my heart, I got on my knees and I prayed it from the very depths of my heart with all integrity. And this beautiful presence came in this room. And I can't describe to you this presence, but all I can say is it was like a peace I have never, ever experienced. And this presence, it was like electricity all over my body. And I stood there and you know, I just knew in my heart it was God. I couldn't explain it. I couldn't try to interpret it with words. It was just a presence that goes beyond words. And I had a lovely sense of peace. And I felt like, you know, somebody was putting their arms around me and to say, because you prayed that, Paul, I heard your prayer and I'm going to help you. I came back to England. I've been back about 6 weeks, and this voice kept speaking to me, Paul, I want you to go to church.
Religious provided.
Yeah.
You dealt with the occult.
Sorry?
You dealt with the occult, didn't you?
Yeah, I dabbled with it, bro, before I was a Christian.
You see, devil worshippers will tell you exactly the same kind of story.
Yeah.
The Hindus will tell you the same kind of story. The Buddhists will tell you the same kind of story.
Yeah.
Why is that not correct for them?
Why is what not correct?
Why is it not correct for them?
Well, let me put it this way.
It's an experience.
Okay,
remember, the problem with experience is it's subjective.
Okay.
There is no way on an objective line of reasoning and actually trying to analyze it.
Yeah.
Can you establish whether it is a fact or not?
Right, let me put it this way. It doesn't matter whether you're black or white, whether you're Jew or Gentile, whether you're Arab or Muslim. AIDS and cancer will take you the same way, no matter whether you're a woman or a man, a boy or a child. If I cut my skin and you cut your skin, we're going to bleed the same color and we're going to bleed the same way. And I say that to say that Satan is real. Satan wants to destroy humanity. He wants to destroy human beings by getting them through ignorance to fight against one another. And he's laughing. Yes, God is grieved, and you say, can God grieve? Surely, if God grieves, that makes him insecure, and how can he be God? No. You know, God is a God of love. He loves his creation. And when he sees his creation being mullered and torturing one another, and it's Satan that's ultimately doing it, you know, I believe, you know, it grieves God. But my point is this. Right now, I will explain why I said that. Is that Satan, throughout the total circumference of human beings, you know, well,
you finish.
Thank you. Right, and then I need to go and get a drink because I'm really thirsty. Okay. Now, Satan will work across the total circumference of all human beings, no matter what your ethnic background is, no matter what your class, creed, race is.
Religion.
And religion.
Including Christian.
So actually, I would ultimately say, let me say this.
Can you just answer this?
Yes, right. I believe...
Can he deceive Christians?
Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
Okay. Well, if that is the case, how can you establish a personal feeling is correct?
Okay. The only way you can establish knowing right from wrong and knowing when you're walking in truth and when you're walking in error is when you rely solely upon God and the Holy Spirit, who is the Spirit of God, to help you to know what God knows about what's trying to come against you, to give you the wisdom to make the right decision.
That's fair. But I'm still asking you, and the question remains, but that's what the Buddhists will say. That's what the Hindus will say.
Yeah, but the Buddhists believe in reincarnation. Christians don't believe in reincarnation.
That's not the point, though. The point is the experience that they had has validated what they are believing.
Sure.
Like what happened to you.
Sure.
So how come theirs is incorrect and yours is?
Well, I guess the only way I can answer that ultimately is as a Christian, which I confess to be, you know, Jesus made this statement, which Muhammad never made, Genghis Khan never made, Hare Krishna never made, Buddha never made, and we know... Understand it. So you're saying... So what you're saying is...
Just follow this.
Okay.
I am the way, the truth, and the life.
Yeah.
Nobody shall come to the Father but by me.
Yeah.
Okay, through him.
Yeah.
Did he come only for the Jewish people?
No, he didn't.
Who else did he come for?
He came for the whole of humanity.
Matthew 15 talks about, I have not come to anybody but the house of Israel.
Yes.
And this idea of humanity only came post-resurrection.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Well, if he came post-resurrection, okay, it had nothing to do while he was here on earth, in life. Now,
Okay,
if I can just finish.
Go on.
You see, if you look at the statement, in the context of the Jew, who was the prophet at that time? Who was the prophet at that time?
Sorry?
Who was the prophet at that time when Jesus was